We are live.
Good morning. Get
Good
myself
morning.
situated. I was all ready to go, and then I thought my angle was off. It's a burden being a photographer. You can't unsee it.
Ugh.
I know.
Yeah, this is why your stuff looks so good, and why I don't ever want another photographer.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
So how
I
are
have on
things
my-
in North Carolina?
I'm showing you I have my Shinrin
Shinrin
Yoku.
Yoku.
Yes.
So for those who don't know what Shinrin Yoku is, please tell them.
Briefly, it's forest bathing is how it translates. And Shinrin Yoku is a big part of the forest therapy guide training that I did. So it's a new offering, really, is what I'm wearing. I'm in the throes of updating websites and business cards and all that kind of stuff. So I got to tell you, this setting stuff up has taken a lot longer than I thought. Like, I really thought I was going to hit the ground running when I got here, but the universe is like, you need to rest, I chatted with my friend Chloe the other day, our friend Chloe, and she said the same thing too. She goes, you need to just relax. So I'm trying to learn how to slow down and still pay bills, So anyway, how's it going down there?
Yeah, it's going. I am excited. We talked about this a little bit last time, but next Monday is the next cacao ceremony, and we will be breaking in our new cacao mugs. So I'm excited about that. There is only one spot left.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I'm excited. I'm excited too because there's brand new people that I don't even know coming, which is always fun to meet new people. And of course there's some of the regulars there, but
that's awesome.
It should be a really fun, fantastic evening. And it's like it's a super moon, it's a blue moon, it's a full moon in Aquarius, like
everything aligned.
It's going to be a super powerful night. So,
and you said that's tomorrow?
That last ticket.
When did you say it is?
Say again.
When did you say it is?
It's Monday.
Oh, Monday
at 5:30. So, I don't know if people have seen. I've got our websites ticker-tacking on the bottom of our screen, and if you go to the votgpodcast.com/events one, that's where the tickets to the cacao ceremony are. So,
super cool.
Yeah,
I'm missing that.
I know, and people are missing you here.
But yesterday I made a new friend who is an herbalist. And so I'm going to be hosting a Nature's First Aid themed herbalism class right here at my house, actually, which normally I don't like people at home, but my deck amongst the trees, it begs for a herbalism class. And I don't have a studio space yet. And I just can't wait to meet other people, so
very cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yesterday I had a reflexology appointment, and turns out that the girl has super deep roots here in this area. And it was really neat because I was talking to somebody who could just tell me history and just it's been really nice, like meeting my people, so
Yay.
Yeah, supplemental people.
There you go.
So what's on for today? What are we talking about?
I believe our topic is, how do you bring spirituality into your daily life?
Yes.
Here I am doing a live demo. Say again?
Here I am doing my live demo with a cacao.
Yes, cacao.
I have to show off my pretty mug today. For those that may not have seen it before, little cozy to keep the top part, keep the heat in. So Isn't that adorable?
And you know those red-capped mushrooms with the white dots, those are the Amanita muscaria from Europe. Those are the magic mushrooms of Europe.
Of Europe. Well, there you go. It's
There's
for
also a
sale.
whole story about how the story of Santa Claus came from that mushroom.
Huh, that's interesting. I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know the whole story to tell it, but I'm sure Google can let you know if you, if you search
I'm
for
sure there's
it.
something trippy in there.
So so other than cacao, are there other daily spiritual practices that you partake in?
It kind of depends on how much time I have in the day. Um, I really, really do try and start my day the same every day so that my body gets used to like, this is the routine. Because if not, my little ADHD brain pulls me out all the time. Um, so like, aside from my own mantras and things like that, I also, and spirituality is such a like loose term for me anyway, because whatever I decide brings me back to that center is spirituality for me. So like I'll do more show and tell. I always have a little Palo Santo going. I found this really cool sandalwood like twisted braid kind of a thing. And just those type of things put me back in the space real quick of gratitude and connecting with myself and reminding me like, hey, don't forget to sit and meditate today, right? Like, so for me it's definitely even after all this time, it's very much a conscious effort. Now I know your whole life revolves around spirituality, but give us what's like the easiest place that you find yourself dropping in.
Well, like you, every morning starts with cacao. Tuesday morning, I was up earlier, but I waited to have my cacao live here with you, Graciela, because it feels extra special. And
This is your new mug, by the way.
no, this is an old mug. I
No, it's new to
haven't found
us.
the mug yet. I'm still on the search. So, because cacao mugs, well, and we've discussed ad nauseum like how we make it, but I make mine directly in my mug, and so I need a very
Right.
deep mug. Otherwise, when you use the frother, it goes everywhere, and so we don't need that. And so, yes, I was very sad to lose my bumblebee mug. I really loved that one, but it decided it was done with me. So this search continues for the new one. But so there's cacao involved. There's usually journaling involved. But also, like my work is spiritual. So typically I arrive to the office, I do an energy cleansing as I get everything set up. There's crystals everywhere in my world. Merlin wants to be a part of today's show too here. Hopefully he doesn't knock anything over.
That's hysterical. Okay, cat lovers, pay attention. There he is.
And even when I'm reading spiritual themed books, and it's so I mentioned this in the Facebook group that I was recently like revisiting my life path numbers and my my horoscope, my astrology chart, and like I hadn't looked at them probably in a few years. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh my God, like every other word is spiritual, spiritual, spiritual. And it's just like, I was born to be spiritual. So no wonder it takes like such a huge chunk of my life. It's that and leadership, teaching, and so hence here I am.
Well, it's just kind of cool that, and who knows, maybe it was sitting in your subconscious from the first time you read it, but like we read these things and we get excited and then we set it aside and then time passes. And, when you go back, it's almost like a little test. Like, have you been following your life path? Do you feel good in your body, or do you feel uncomfortable? The woman I met yesterday, super interesting. She was telling me how connected she is to the land. And when she was living in, I want to say Colorado, that after a year or two, or however long she was there, she was like, I love your cat. She goes, I just, the land didn't need me there anymore. Like, I just didn't feel right there anymore, and that's how she decided to move. And so now we meet here, and those things that are sitting right there, and they're holding the confirmation and the keys to what you're feeling. This is why I have so many books, I think, because I've always felt like books hold secrets. And I just know that when I pick up the next book, that there's going to be one word, one phrase, one something in there that's going to be like, oh, right, that's what I should have been doing, or that's what I was supposed to have been doing, or that feels good, So it's kind of just cool that you get that confirmation that what you're doing and feeling, is supported.
It's aligned. Speaking of books, so I actually just wrote about this in my newsletter that went out today, but I occasionally from time to time find a spiritual book that I want to go back and reread. And, it always hits you differently when you reread it because you've changed, you've grown, you've shifted. And but this particular book, like it was, I will say, like it was life-changing the first time I read it. I was just like, wow, yes, this is information I was looking for. And I was recently assigned this book to read for a training that I'm going through. And as I'm reading it, I was like so disappointed. I'm like, wow, like there's so many things missing from here. And it just like, it was almost like the friend that you've outgrown.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a sign of being on the path, right? I mean, the shoes that you wore when you were a baby didn't fit you when you were in elementary. And when you were in elementary, they don't fit you when you're in high school, and so on, right? I mean, even when your feet stop growing, things just don't suit you anymore, So that would make sense to outgrow different thoughts and concepts. And I mean, what's life if not staying flexible and adapting when you learn new things? I mean, we keep talking about things that are said when you're, a child, and you don't even realize what you're saying because some parent is teaching it to you. And then as you grow up, you realize, hey man, that wasn't cool. Like that wasn't right. Let me adjust that. And you get to learn and evolve. So, but yeah, with as much as I love books, I can see how there's a bit of mourning there. Like, man, I thought that was something different. Also, what I'm hearing is that Julietta needs to write a book. That's what I'm hearing.
The crazy thing is that almost my entire adult life, people have said to me, you need to write a book. You need to write a book. You need to write a book. And I guess like my struggle is always, what am I going to put in that book? My brain's not organized enough for that. Like I need someone to come and tell me specifically, not you need to write a book, but you need to write a book about that. And then I might go, oh, that's what you want to know about? Okay, sure. No problem.
But I think you just said it, because you said that you read this book and you realized that a bunch of stuff is missing. Well, there it is. That's what's missing. Besides, you have spirit guides that talk to you and 3D, sit down, be quiet for a minute, and you will get all your chapters. That's all. It's all the
Time for
information is
that.
there. It's just one thing. You just got to write one book. You're fine.
I know. I recently had someone tell me too that they were at this conference that it was kind of, I'll call it a new agey conference. There was both, spiritual, metaphysical concepts, but also like alternative healthcare and that kind of stuff. The person was like, you need to be a speaker at this thing next time. And I'm like, okay, and what am I talking about? So if you give me some guidance, people, I'll be right there for you.
I think that taking a page out of any of our retreats where we show you how to be your authentic self and simply show up being yourself, that's enough. So
speaking of the retreat, it's getting closer and closer.
I know.
And I'm like so excited. Just seeing the experiences of the prior two. Like this one is just going to be like, those were magical, and this one's going to be like magical on steroids, like
so extra.
And for everybody who's missing Graciela, it's an excellent opportunity to get a full weekend of the magic that is Graciela. I'm like, the face freezes that I'm getting.
Yeah, we're having internet issues in the mountains, so sorry if it's less than ideal, but I'm not looking forward to traffic and airplanes and things like that, but it is well worth it to come hang out with my friends for the weekend. And I love all the little exciting surprises that we are planning and putting together, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's going to be so cool. Yeah, this retreat is definitely like the crown of the three, because we did the other first two activate the goddess within retreats, and then we're planning for the next one after that. So that is really exciting. Yeah, lots going on.
I think they're just like, talking to people out there in the world in general. There are a lot of self-worth issues, a lot of self-love issues. And so one of the big things about this retreat is like showing you how divinely incredible you are, and really connecting you with that aspect of yourself so that you can show up like that to the world. And the other thing that comes up all the time is people are, and listening to you, like over there, trying to create new community, but people are craving being around like-minded people, because yes, the spiritual world is growing and growing, but, especially when you walk out this door in the big city, like there's so much just materialistic zombies walking around out there. And, people are searching for their tribe and people to connect with. And the retreat definitely offers so much support in both of those areas. So if any of that resonates with you, and if you do have any questions about the retreat, reach out to Graciela or I. We would love to talk to you about it. And
what I love is like, it is not like you don't have to be in any specific spot on the path. Hi, Vanessa. Vanessa says, these retreats were a crucial part of me building my self-worth and started a journey in me of my divine feminine. Aww. I appreciate you so much, girl. This girl, she's like poster child for growing through everything. I am so proud of this woman. She has clawed her way to where she is today, and I'm so excited for her. But you can be on any point of the path, and there's always room for more. Like the path doesn't end, or as my one friend says, there is no path. But once you might feel like, hey, I have checked off all my boxes. I've got the house, the boat, the car, the trips around the world, the jewelry. Like, yes, you have checked off all these amazing things, but you might still feel like there's something missing. And that's because it's in here. You know what I mean? Like, that's the frontier you haven't conquered. Like, yeah, you conquered time and money and management and investments, which, thank goodness, those things are amazing. And now that you have that, give yourself the space to grow inside, because there's more, there's always more, and even if you're the type of person that goes to church, 5 days a week, there's always more space. There's always more growth. There's always a next level. So really, this retreat is for anyone. It's not, for any particular person on a specific part of life or a specific, transformation point in their life. It's all transformation points, whether you're going
I love
grief and you need, some time to really grieve in the safety of friends. If you need time away from your children, God, I know that one. I mean, my kids are 15 now, they're big. I love them. They're not so burdensome, but man, being a mom to little kids is hard. Like it's no bullshit. It really is, and being an entrepreneur is hard, and being in a relationship is hard. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying like these things are challenging. It is difficult to do all those things. If there's anything that coming here to this city has taught me, is that I did, when I was in South Florida, I did way more than I ever should have. Like I overcommitted and I drove to too many places and I did too many things, and really I kind of feel like the little kid playing in a cardboard box, like just give me the cardboard box. That's all I need. Like, I don't need the fancy toy. Just give me the cardboard box. Because at the end of the day, the things that are really making me happy is time with my kids, time and energy, time in, nature. Anyway, that's my soapbox.
I love it. As always, we talk way longer than what we are expecting that we're going to talk. But I think that's a wrap for today. And we'll see you all here, same time, same bat channel next week.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us. And listen, it's the internet. You can watch this 3 minutes at a time as you drive around. So you're good. Enjoy.
Have a magical day, everyone.